We are here to make some beautiful ornaments with UV resin. So, if you are brand new to the world of resin, this is the great class for you to learn all of the basics. We're going to show you how to mix things in the resin, how to cure the resin, how to turn it into beautiful ornaments. So, my name is Stephanie Manor. I'm going to be your teacher today. I'm here representing Blue Moon Studio. Everything we're using today is found at Michaels and Michaels.com for you to purchase. So, if you're crafting along with us, hello, welcome. You're in for a good time. Let's switch to the other camera and take a look at some of the projects we're going to make today. So we have ornaments. And everything you see here, as I said, it's made from UV resin from products available at Michael's in the jewelry making aisle. So instead of making jewelry today, we are making ornaments for your tree. Now, of course, when you look at these, you may say to yourself, gee, that would make a really pretty necklace pendant, or that would make a really pretty earring. So you can switch it up and turn any of these into jewelry as well. Let me just clear up here. And let's dive right in and talk about what you need to make this stuff. So the first thing is the star of the show, and that is UV resin. And it comes in a bottle like this, several different bottle sizes available at Michael's. Notice that it's hard type. There is another type out there, which is a soft type resin that cures to like a gummy bear texture. Everything we're using, and probably 99% of the projects you see out there, use the hard type resin. So everything we're doing today is using that. Then, of course, to go with the resin, you need a way to cure it. So that is what this is. This is a UV lamp. So if I hit that button, the lights turn on. This is a 9-watt UV lamp. It plugs into a USB connection. And there's also a flashlight style UV lamp available. You can see it turn on there. This is when you want to bring the light to your project rather than bringing the project to your light. It's nice to have something a little handheld, cordless. And then we have all sorts of fun stuff that we're going to put inside the resin. So we have glitters and sequins and little pearls and even some little peppermint candy things. These are actually made of polymer clay. And you can find these in an item that looks a little bit like this, where you get all sorts of these polymer clay slices. And then we are going to need some findings and random beads to put it all together, some ribbon and strings to hang them. And you always want to be working with a paper towel and my trusty wood stick. This we use for placement of items, for mixing things. And then we need some things that look like this, silicone molds. We're going to be using a lot of silicone products. We have silicone molds, we have silicone mixing bowls, and this blue thing that you're looking at is a silicone mat. This protects my work surface because cured resin does not stick to silicone. You'll see that over and over again as we go through these projects today. So let's start. We're actually going to start with what I think is the easiest project. And we're going to start with a mold that looks like this. And I'm going to kind of start in reverse here and tell you about cleaning of your molds. So when you get done with your molds, if you use a lot of glitter like I do, you'll see that it has some glitter residue from using it. You could wash that in warm soapy water, but I find the easiest way to clean up your molds is with a piece of Scotch tape. And just like you're getting lint off your clothes, this is the best way to remove glitter from pretty much anything, because you know as well as I do that glitter it doesn't want to leave. It gets everywhere, including your work surface here. So you can use that same piece of tape to kind of clean up any glitter on your work surface. All right, so we have a clean mold here. Now this mold is used to make shaker charms. So this mold makes a shape that looks like this. It makes a little tray. And that tray can make something that looks like this. We did this for our graduation class this past summer. You can fill things on it in it, and it has a little cover on it that we put stickers on. So it can be used to make this. But if you flip the mold over, it can be used to make a flat disc that looks something like this. We made this project in our um, teacher appreciation class that also happened earlier this fall, late summer. And so this side of the mold was used to create something that looks like this. And we created this using stickers. Stickers are very resin friendly. So many things are resin friendly. In fact, there are just a very short list of things that aren't. But we made this little badge for a teacher gift, and we put a little pin on the back. So this turned into a nice little brooch. And that is the same shape that we're going to be using today, this flat disc, for our first project. So this is our first project. And it is clear resin with lots of fun stuff in there, some beads at the top, and a bow with a hanger. So we're going to show you how to make all that stuff. And it starts with the resin. So we go straight from the bottle. You pour it straight from the bottle into the mold. There is no measuring, no pre-mixing needed. I'm actually going to fill this mold about halfway full. I'm just kind of eyeballing about halfway. And you do want to make sure this is on a flat surface. And you'll see if you get a few air bubbles, see this bubble right here, you can just poke it and it goes away. If you've used other kind of resins like two-part resin, air bubbles become a real problem. But this is not the same resin. So if you are familiar with two-part resin where you have to very carefully mix two things together, two liquids together, that is another kind of beautiful resin that you can use. But it takes like 36 hours to cure. This is going to cure within just a few minutes. So it's a whole different animal. Okay, and now we can start decorating. I'm going to use these little pearls. And I'm just going to kind of drop them in. And you can use tweezers as well. And then I have these little peppermints. And the great thing about UV resin is it's going to stay in this liquid form until you're ready to cure it. So if you get pulled away on something, if you have to go make dinner, that's not a problem at all. You can come back to it. It's going to still stay liquid. All right, got those in there. Each element that I put in, especially if it's wide and flat like this, I like to give it a little tap and kind of sink it down in. And the reason for that is I want to make sure that when I drop that piece down, that I didn't trap like a big bubble of air behind it. Sometimes that can happen. Okay, and now we have some confetti. So many things are you can put inside of resin. Anything from paper, stickers, plastics, clay, glass, wood, shell, sand. Oh gosh, the list goes on and on. Flowers, but they must be dried flowers. You cannot put fresh flowers inside the resin because they will get gross after a while. So I'm just one by one taking specific colors of confetti. In fact, I'm going to pour a little bit out on this cap here so I can get to the green ones. And for me, this is the fun time. This is the fun part of UV resin is decorating. It's like decorating the tree. Nobody wants to put the tree up. You just want to decorate it, right? So this is the fun part. And I'm trying not to get all these pink ones because I don't want pink in mine. It helps if you dip the tip of your tool into the resin. That makes it sticky. You can pick up things. One at a time. So what we're going to do next is we have to cure it. And it cures in UV light. So UV light is not incandescent light. It's not like the light from your light bulb in your house. It is the UV rays that come from the sun. So this cures under a UV lamp, which artificially makes those rays, or it cures in the sun. So if it's a sunny day, you can put this outside. You can put it on a sunny windowsill and it will cure. And cure times depend on what you've done to the resin, what you've put into the resin. A piece like this cures actually very fast because it's just clear resin. The rest of the pieces that we're doing today, we're going to be putting a lot of glitter in there. And glitter, like anything else that you put in it, is going to block some of the rays of the UV hitting where you need it to hit. So it just is going to take a little bit longer. And I am struggling not to pick up all the colors I don't want. Okay, and on and on and on and on. We can just continue adding. Let's add a few more pearls. And okay, let's call that done. Normally, if I was doing this on my own, I would sit here for like ever and like nitpick exactly where each little thing is. But you know, you can do that on your own time. This looks good to me. And so it is not quite filled. This mold is not quite filled, but I don't want to pour more resin in there. I want to cure it because I placed each element exactly where I want it to go. And if I poured more resin out of the bottle right now, it would just like poof, like push everything away. We don't want that to happen. So we are going to cure this in place and and then we're going to add a little more resin and then do a second cure. So you can consider what's happening right now like a pre-cure step. And while that's happening, I'm going to take another piece of tape, just do a little cleanup here. So thank you for joining us today. Feel free to make some comments in the chat. We have some folks from Blue Moon that will be responding to those comments and questions. We love questions. No question is too stupid. Ask it. Don't be shy. And if I see it, I will answer it live, but I don't always see it because I'm often looking down. And but if I see it, I will give you a little shout out and give you an instant answer. But please ask those questions. All right, so that ran for a minute and turned off. This runs for a minute and then the timer shuts it off and then you want to hit it again. Thank you, Margaret. Margaret asked a question in the chat. She asked, what should you not put in the resin? Fresh flowers. Don't put fresh flowers. They will look cute when you do it. But then about 3 months later, it's gonna get gunky and gross. So make sure that you have taken the moisture out of any flowers that you put down inside the resin. The only other thing that has reacted funky with UV resin is alcohol inks. Um, it doesn't it stays liquid inside the resin, so it kind of works if it's fully encapsulated in resin, but otherwise it just kind of leaks out. So alcohol inks and fresh flowers, those are the only two things that I found in all my years of working with UV resin that does not work with it. Okay, so that's gone for 2 minutes. You can see what we have here. Let's just fill it to the top. And I know it's hard to see because it's like clear on clear, but I can see where that resin level is. And I'm just turning it slightly to encourage it to move to the edges. They're just gonna cure that. Okay, so I'm gonna put this to the side and let's take a look at our example item here. So our example has this disc that we are making right now. And then it has a ring with some stuff on it. And one of the things are these little dangly um, beads. So let's get out some beads. I'm going to show you how to make those. So to make a bead dangle, you need a bead. This is a great way to use up any extra few little beads that you have. And you need this. This is an eye pin. See, it's got like a little eye here, a little loop already. So you want to feed that through. Ah, there it is. Okay. So you want to feed that through. Okay, this went for a minute. I'm going to turn that on. I'm going to let this go for maybe 3 or 4 minutes. I think that's all that needs. It's clear. It doesn't take a lot of time. Okay, so that bead is on there. And we are going to place our round nose pliers. These are round nose right at the top. And bend that pin 90 degrees. So you have something like this. And then we want to come back in with another tool, some type of a cutter, like a wire cutter. And we want to cut this because all of this is extra. We don't need all this. All we need is about 3/8 of an inch, which is about there. That off. You can save this piece of wire for another project. In fact, I'm going to save it because I'm going to show you something a little bit later. And then come back in with your round nose pliers. Grab the tippity tip of it and twist back. You have like a candy cane, and then grab that tippity tip again and keep twisting. And that makes a loop. So now you have a loop on both sides. And this is how you make what's called rosary chain. When you make about 100 of these connectors and then connect them one by one by one, that's how you make a rosary. All right. But I realize that I'm going to do it one more time and get into my bag of tricks here. And this time we're going to use an eye pin. Sorry, not an eye pin, a head pin. And the difference is that a head pin, instead of having an eye on it, it has a head, like a nail head. But same thing, put the bead on and 90 degrees. We're going to cut it. Tippity tip and twist back. Grab it again, twist back. So same steps, but starting with a different thing gives you either a connector that can connect to two sides or a dangle. This is a dangle. Okay, so let's put this aside for just a sec and go back to here. So this is what we have. The first thing you'll see when you pull this out from the light is that it is warm. This is actually quite warm right now. And that's natural. That is just part of the chemical reaction that's happening under that light. It gives off heat. So you do want to let it cool for a few minutes, especially when you have a wide piece like that. If you don't let it cool, you're going to pry this out of the mold and it might bend a little bit because it's slightly bendy when it's when it's still warm. So just watch that and try to have patience, even though I never have patience. Do as I say, not as I do, right? Okay, so while that's happening, we're going to take another look at what's happening here. So in addition to dangles, bead dangles, there are some dried flower little sprigs, I guess you could call them. We're going to make one of those, and then I'm going to show you another option. So dried flowers, also available at Michael's in the jewelry making department. They look a little something like this. And most of the dried flower packs come with this little sprig of greenery. And that's what we're after. And these are extremely delicate. You saw how easily I just broke that off of there with my tweezers. And we are going to do this directly on our silicone mat, is we're going to kind of create, we're going to encapsulate it in resin. So pouring directly on top. And you don't need a lot. And if it starts to go sideways, you could kind of fix it. And what we want to do is because this is so delicate, it needs to be fully enrobed in the resin. And don't worry if it's not perfect. I'm going to put another dot of resin right here, just for me to grab. Now remember, this blue thing is silicone. I'm not putting this on my blue desk. So I'm just adding a little more resin here at the end. All right, let's cure it. So I saw a comment come up there, how does resin react with bare skin? Um, if you have sensitive skin, you should probably wear gloves doing this. I, as you see, am not wearing gloves. I've never worn gloves with UV resin, and it has never been problematic for me at all. But if you have sensitive skin, yeah, go ahead and wear gloves. Or if you've had some type of a reaction to resins or cleaning products or anything with chemicals in it in the past, you probably want to wear some gloves. Okay, so that's going. Let's see how this is. So it pops out so easily. It's fully cured. It is now like hard plastic. This is ready for the next step, which the next step is we want to drill a hole at the top because we want to put our ribbon through a hole to be able to hang it. So I'm going to get out a tool that I didn't show you before, and that is a little hand drill. And I'm looking now for a good spot to drill where, I think right there, where there's like nothing there. This hand drill has a 3 millimeter bit, so it's quite a large bit, which we will need to get that ribbon through. And I don't want to put it too close to the edge, but I just start twisting. Of course, if you have a Dremel, a type of little electric drill, that'll go a lot faster. Ah, there we go, finally. Popped through. And you have a perfectly drilled hole there. Just gonna clean that out a little bit. There we go. Of course, I have all the shrapnel now to clean up. Let me see if I can just, I usually keep a damp microfiber cloth to the side so I can just kind of quickly clean up stuff like that. Okay, let's see how our little leaf is doing here. So you can see that it's partially cured. I'm going to flip it over and add just one more drop on this side. Bring you in. And it's all jaggedy on the edges, but we're going to fix that. So let's let that cure. And we're going to come back to our ornament that we just drilled a hole. Ooh. All right, so I have some satin ribbon here, 1/8 inch satin ribbon. I'm just going to try to thread that through. Oh, and I got lucky. I got it on the first try. Oh, spoke too soon. There we go. And this is just a hanger. So you probably only need about 7 or 8 inches. Let's give that a little tie. Okay, so this is gorgeous as is. You could hang this on your tree right now and say, I made that. But we are going to make it even more fabulous by adding a separate bow. This is made just of 1/4 inch grosgrain ribbon. So we can add a bow on there. We are going to add our dangles that we made. One dangle, you can dangle to your heart's delight. I'm just going to add this one dangle. And to do that, I'm going to need some jump rings. So if you make jewelry, you probably have a box of these laying around. Okay, so these are jump rings. So each jump ring has a little break in it up at the top. We're going to open that up where the break is and go through here. And you would attach all of your dangles onto this single jump ring. Okay, let's check this guy out. Okay. This is what we have here. He's got some jaggedy edges, but that's okay because we can just come in with scissors and clean that up. All right. And then to hang it, you would need to drill in the top. I'm going to use a different drill. Same thing, just smaller bit size. This is 1.5 mm. And then using a jump ring, we can add that to this same piece here. But I want to show you one. Let me show you one alternate. responding to something in the comments. Was the resin soft when you cut it? Um, no and yes. I'm able to cut it with regular scissors, but uh it's not soft like a fruit roll up. It is, I'm trying to think of something to give you an idea of the texture of what it is. It's harder than a fruit roll up. It is softer than a pane of glass. Um, so I'll think on that, and if I can come up with the right analogy, I'll do it. But it is, you can cut it with scissors when it's thin like that. You notice this is, I mean, this is probably 1.5 millimeters thin. If I try to cut this, which is probably 4 millimeters thick, I would not be able to cut this with scissors. But if it's really, really thin like that, you can. Like flexible plastic cutting board, yeah, but maybe like the rigid kind, yes. Okay, so that's one way to do a leaf. I want to show you another way here by using a leaf mold. So I mixed up some green glitter earlier and I cured this into this leaf shape. And you can create a perfect little leaf shape instead of using a dried flower because this does get a little lost. You know, this is a little kind of bigger, bolder. So it's up to you. I'll show you how to add this one if you decide to do that. This is another great use for an eye pin because you can just cut that eye pin. And then find out which side you want to be the back. Let's say it's this side. With the tiniest little dot here. And then with tweezers, you can grab that eye pen and create a way for this to hang. So I'm just going to hold the tweezers, maybe. Make sure that. So the UV resin can be used for molding, as you see, but also for attaching things later, like I'm doing here. Okay, and then as I do this, I'm gonna skip a few steps here because I'm noticing the time and we're still on project one. So I want you guys to be able to see the rest of the projects here. So I'm gonna skip a little bit. All that needs to happen with this ornament is um everything just needs to be attached up to the top. Yes, I did just wipe off my tweezers. Okay, so that is stuck on the back there. And now it has, oops, now it has a loop. And I can attach that to my jump ring up at the top here. Okay. All right, so we're going to move on to the second project because we have three projects to show you guys and very little time to do it in. So you can see this resin that was down on my silicone mat. It just peels right up. This is the second project that we're making. And this is made with an earring mold that looks like this. And we're going to use this like wreath type shape to create. I'm not going to show you this part because it's we're going to go over it in the next step, but to make this shape, any color that you want, it can be green since this is kind of a wreath, but we did ours in gold here. That pops right out of there. And then you want some shapes to put on top because this has two layers. It has that layer that we just semi-made, well, that we just talked about. Then it has all these separate pieces that go on top of it. And those separate pieces are this dome here. And from another mold, we have stars. So I'm just going to go super quickly and show you how to do that. All right, I'm going to mix up some red and some green at the same time. And I'm just pouring some resin into each of these silicone cups. And we're going to go in with glitter. And you can add as much glitter as you want. Less glitter means you'll get more of that transparent look, which is cool. And more glitter, you'll get um, more of an opaque kind of a color, which is cool too. Then we can just mix them together. Using glitter is actually a great way of tinting the resin. Of course, you can tint it with tint. I didn't want to have glitter. I mean, but let's get real. Who doesn't love glitter? But if I didn't want to use it, I can use a tint, and I'm going to show you that. So this is a resin tint. So this is sold right where you buy the resin, and it's just super concentrated color drops. You can drop them into the resin, mix them up just like I mixed the glitter in. You would mix the tint in. Okay, so I am going to pour, so you can see you can pour using the silicone cup, just squeezing it. I'm going to pour one of each color. Ooh, that one got a little overfilled, but that gives me the chance to show you what to do if you overfill your mold cavity. See how it's puffed up? That is overfilled. So I want to kind of dip into here and pull some out and put it back into my cup. And just that this is enough to fix it. Okay, let's cure those stars. I'm going to do that off here to the side, making sure that I keep, oops, that I keep my mixed bowls of resin away from that light. I don't want it to get any close to that because it'll cure in the cup. And then in this one, which I'm going to do off here to the side, as far away as possible, I'm just going to do one red little bump. And also what you can do is lift it up, look underneath, that just makes sure that there's no air bubbles. And now we're going to try to position this so that all of these little shapes are getting some light at the same time. Okay, here is our base. And this one, I want to let it go a few minutes because we put quite a lot of glitter in there. And that glitter is just, might be blocking some of the light. We need to make sure that it gets all in there. And I can also prepare my base. So you can see that it has a little hole here that came from the mold. But that hole is not where I need it to be. I need a hole that goes this way, not this way, because these are ornaments. So I'm actually not going to use that hole at all. I'm going to turn it and use the side. And I am going to use this little guy here, which is called a screw eye. And I'm going to use my 1.5 mm screw in the top here, just far enough that I can fit that eye in there. Maybe a little further. And using the resin as an adhesive, just going to put a dot out. And grabbing that eye with some tweezers. Dip in. And we're going to put that in. And cure it. So this is a perfect example of when to use the flashlight one. Oops. Oh, it popped right out. Hold on. I think I had some resin on my finger and it just stuck to it. Oh, butterfingers. Okay. All right, let's just cure that in place. That'll give us a nice secure way to attach our hanger to the top. All right, that's kind of gripped. So I'm just going to set it here. And I am going to clean up a little here. We have all of these shapes that I already made. And these particular shapes, the domes, the stars, they fit just perfectly to have 6 and 6. So if you have 3 colors, you need 2, 2, 2. Hopefully what I made completes these ones as well in pairs. Yep. Okay, now we're ready to assemble. Okay, just adding a little bit of resin to the top here. Again, we're using this now as an adhesive. And let's start placing our elements. And alternating colors. Oh my gosh, is it gonna fit? So now it's just about placement, getting them all on there. So they snug right up to one another. And then you just take your time and get them all in place. Once you have them where you want them, then you bring the light in. And this first kind of pass of the light is from the top, but because we're using this as an adhesive, most of that resin is like underneath. So I'm gonna flip it over and add more resin and cure the back because I really want to make sure that that is stuck and that the light was able to get under there. So I'm going to let that go and I'm again going to skip ahead to the next project, which also uses this mold. So we are creating another disc, but we are creating a disc that has stripes. And so this is a new technique for us. This is the first time I've taught this. And it is a wonderful way of creating stripes in something. So we've struggled with stripes. In fact, these were some pieces from our Christmas class last year where we tried to create stripes and glitter. And you can see that it just, oh, it gets wonky. Here's another one. No matter how hard you try, the glitter, it just kind of, there's no barrier there. So the glitter, it just intermix and you can't get a straight line. But this is how you do it. Let me flip this guy over. Okay, so here I have, I'm gonna move this way off to the side. So here I have that glitter that I just mixed up. And you want to put that down on a silicone surface, silicone mat, really flat. And what we're doing is we're creating like a little strip. And I'm just trying to keep this as flat and even as possible. And I know it probably looks like a hot mess right now, but trust the process. Okay, I just want to get that really flat. And you want to do that with your other colors too. Let's take a look at what we've got going on here. So that is, they are solid, but before I put this up on my tree, I'm going to want to take my resin and kind of go around the edges and cure that another time just to give it another layer of protection so that these things don't pop off. And then you can just tie it with a little ribbon up at the top. That is so cute. I'm like loving this. And with different colors, I think this could make a really, really cool earring or necklace pendant. I really like this one. We are just and see what we have going on here. After 1 minute, that's what it's like. And just like we did with that little leaf, we are going to cut this with scissors. After this cures a little more, we're going to cut it with scissors into these little bar shapes. And then you stack the bar shapes, and that's how you get a perfectly straight stripe. It is kind of genius. It's a little tedious, but the payoff is worth it at the end because you can create stripes of any color in any mold. Let's see what we have going on here. I like to just kind of flip it over, get the back. And I've already done that with these pieces. So we can kind of just fit them in the mold. And cut them as needed. For example, this one, I need to cut off a little bit on the end here. And fit it in. That I'm just going to throw away. Okay, so this is what we have here. It is a little bit flexible. It's still a little bit warm, and I can cut it with scissors. And these little extra bits, don't throw those away. That's gold. That's gold. I'll show you how to use that. And then fit them in here. Take these down a little bit. And I'm just eyeballing the edges here, guys. It does not have to be perfect because, oops, got a little shrapnel in there. Okay. Because when you fill this with resin to connect all of these stripes, it makes it one piece. This needs to be a little bit smaller. Make some cuts just so it fits. Yep. And so you just fit these in here like a little puzzle. All the while keeping in mind that the top is here, so keeping the stripes going the same way. If your edges look like they're not perfect, like right here, once you pour the resin in, it is very forgiving around the edges. Snipping off little bits. Okay, and then you keep going. So I would need to create more gold, more red, fit them all in there. And then what you'll do, cover the whole thing with resin. And it really like kind of magnifies what's under there. And you're left with something like this. It's exactly how this was made. I'll show you the back too. Promised I would talk about what to do with all these little leftover bits, which I have a bunch over here. If you have any leftover bits like this, cut them up into smaller things, and then you can use those things as um, pieces to put inside of a new thing. So we did that. This is a bangle from a bangle mold. And this is all like leftover resin bits that we cut up, put down inside the mold with a bunch of clear resin, and it makes this great like kind of mosaic effect. And so yeah, don't toss those. You're going to use every single piece of resin that you created. Okay, that was a fast class. We that was a lot of content to get through. I hope I gave you some ideas of what is possible with this material. And with a little bit of creativity on your part, there's so many things that you can do with it with just these basic techniques. Everything we did today was with a mold. um, you can molding is one of the most popular ways of using UV resin. So I hope this class gave you the basics. I hope it took away a little bit of the uncertainty of working with this material. It's super easy. Get your hands in there and try it again at michaelsandmichaels.com. Thank you so much for joining us. We have more holiday classes coming up in December. Make sure to check michaels.com in the classes and events page, and you will find our classes there. Check us out. We bring you new techniques and tips every time, so I hope to see you next time. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Stephanie Menor with Blue Moon Studio. We'll see ya.